Right, good morning everyone, welcome back. 3rd of January 2026, Saturday. We're in Bredell Kemptonpark, and we have an older Centurion D5 Evo sliding gate motor, which is giving the client some grey hairs, and the client elected to upgrade the gate motor system to a new Centurion D6 Smart. Just want to quickly, currently the power is off. And we've got one huge anti-lift locking bracket that comes in over this gate motor. We also have old raz rack on the gate, which we will be removing. Alright, it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see what we have, what we need to do, and how we're going to do it. Right, here's an interesting aspect. Look at this steel pinion gear of the gate motor. See how worn the teeth are. Amazing. You can see at the back, so the raz rack wasn't positioned over the pinion gear the whole time. With this gate motor being a 2017 model, with the gear worn off like that, so what it does tell me is that the raz rack was lying constantly on the gate motor pinion gear. And if we just move it a little bit into the sun, you can see all of the oil that eventually leaked out of the gearbox. So we've got some proper wear and tear here. And that's why we're upgrading it to a Centurion D6 Smart. Alright, this is a tricky one. Hopefully we get it right. Right, so what you can see on this raz rack, just remember this is the older plastic raz rack. It was a much better build compared to what we get today. But here you can see that the gate motor pinion gear never ran onto the whole section of the raz rack. You can see how shiny they are. It's all of the metal that's coming off from the steel pinion gear of the gate motor. This is the last section, and it was barely catching, just barely catching on the raz rack. So raz rack is a horrible rack to install. They normally twist when you start welding them, and then you don't have a flush connection between the gate motor pinion gear and the raz rack. Let me see if I can describe it on another section or another video. If you look at this one here at the back, it's barely catching there. Right, if you look at this gate motor pinion gear, you can also see here on the front and here, both of these areas. Just get it in the sun there. You can see, if you look closely, where the raz rack wore off the protective cover. what I want to do is show you guys, if you mount a raise rack on a steel sliding gate and you start welding it, what it does is it twists like this, or your steel frame is a little bit skew, either like this or like that. And then if you look at it, hopefully we'll get it. So right, let's try again. So that if your raise rack was parallel or flush over the gate motor pinion gear, you wouldn't have had it where it wore off like this. Check how far it's worn off. And if I look at it with my eye, I can see that's where it should be. But now look at that big spacing gaps on the pinion gear, because everything was running on an angle and it was leaning on the pinion gear of the gate motor. So that's it. Right, let's get going. Let's quickly look at what we have here. We have a nice steel platform with an old base plate which is rusted quite badly, but in the process of unbolting the gate motor we had to break a bolt. So again, we're just looking at our options, what we have here, what we need to do. Okay, here we have the gate motor steel base plate. And because the steel platform was quite skew, do we need to then build up the system in order to get a level platform. So what will happen now is we've got it now level. We can now bolt the gate motor onto it and then check that the gate motor is still level, and then we can spot weld the steel base plate into position, remove the gate motor, and then weld the whole base plate into position and get it down fast. Alright guys, this is where we are now. Our gate motor steel base plate has been welded into position. Let me just quickly see, the sun is not the best today, and obviously we've painted the platform. See, there's a spot that we need to do. Thank you for cameras. Okay, so we're just going to cut a slot here into the base plate, and then we'll feed our electrical cable through there. What we have here is our steel rack, which we have joined. You can see it's quite straight. The joints are welded on both sides, so it's not going to come loose or break loose, never. Right, this is our gate motor. You can quickly see we have engraved the serial number onto the gate motor, and then we're just going to quickly take all of the serial numbers, going to turn them up to this side. Here's your motor serial number. And then obviously we've also engraved the serial number and address here on the base of the gate motor, and then obviously on the cover as well. You'll see there's a small slot that we've cut with a grinder, and 2 slots on the other side. That is when you're using the generic anti-theft bracket. It's to prevent these sections on the base folding inwards when you tighten the motor down. Right, we can now bolt the gate motor down into position. Just going to cut that slot for the electrical cable. Alright, there's the gate motor power supply, the serial number on it. Hell, the sun is not nice today. And like what we've said is on the gate motor cover, the serial number plus the address. Right, so you all know me by now. I like my gate motors to be level and upright on all axes. Let's quickly move it this way. Oops, there you can see. It's okay. Hopefully we'll get a better picture from this side. Okay, that's fine. It's good. Right, we're done welding the steel gate rail into position. Spacing is 500 millimeters apart, with the startup sections being reinforced. And it's now time to fit all of the electronic components into the gate motor. Right, at last we're done. Let's quickly just test that, because it is raining and I just want to get out of the weather. Yeah, these D6s are crazy quick. So we've got beams on it, infrared beams. I'm just going to quickly test it, wait for it to close, then I'll put my hand in front of it. Okay, here comes my hand. Gate stops and reverses. You can also see we installed the generic anti-theft bracket with a disc lock, and then all of the electrical cables. So let me quickly stand there. Auto closes on, and then we had to adjust and make a new anti-lift bracket. There you can see just some bushes behind me, that's why I would need to get up every time. But let's check it from the rear side. So with the old Evo, the anti-lift bracket was lower, so I had to cut that off, rebuild it. So guys, you know what to do. You just call Potty 083 778 2288. You can check us out on smartgates.co.za. You can check us out on exquisitesecurity.co.za. That's it. Just what you want. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all of the support. I'll just add a video in here from a client showing how loose his gate motor is. So I don't know if we're going to do that repairs. But here you can see ours is standing there still. Oops! And the anti-close bracket or anti-lift bracket got hold of me. Hey now, quiet.